What's going on, everyone? My name is Impulse, and welcome back to Hermitcraft, where I've been busy preparing this canvas, we'll call it, to paint our cyberpunk city upon. And I suppose I owe you guys a little bit of an explanation. You see, I saw in the comments a lot of you were confused why we flattened this place, built a wall, put all these roads in, and yeah, basically it didn't seem to make a lot of sense why in this season of togetherness and hanging out with the hermits, we literally built a wall to keep them out. But indeed, that is not the case here, because this wall isn't meant to keep the hermits out. It's actually meant to keep them in. This is not going to be my base. If I didn't explain that well in the beginning of the season, I apologize. But this area is not going to be my base, at least not in a traditional way. I mean, yeah, my storage room is inside that building, but all the buildings that are going to be popping up around here are all part of a game. That's right. You can consider this almost like its own little gaming district, except it's all contained, and that's the reason for the walls. Once the hermits walk in, the game begins, and they don't walk out till they either succeed or fail. You guys will hear more about what that game is as the season goes on, as we start to build up some buildings and start to put in some more things. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of get that point across because I loved the idea of the river running through the city and having some cool cyberpunk canals or sewer systems and things like that, except then that would have let them out. Then the hermits could have just walked out when they felt like it once the game started, and we're not going to have that. So hopefully that kind of answers some of the questions I had in the comments. Like some of these bits we are going to close off. There's going to be buildings in front of a lot of this anyway, and that will be a gate that eventually locks them in. And I'll probably do the same thing over here because, yeah, it's going to be kind of like decked out, right? You guys remember Tango's decked out? Like a door opens, you walk in, it closes behind you, and you don't leave until you're done one way or another. So we'll have that same sort of setup going with the front and the back gates here. And also, seeing as this isn't really my base, I think we're going to need to come up with some plans to have what most people would consider a base and, you know, actually be part of the magical mountain crew. Because at the moment, we're not really connected. Some of you may notice when I glanced over at this, I have been working. Look at this. We've done a little bit more texturing and detailing on this building, and I love it. We're starting to see some of the cyberpunkiness come out. However, I will give you this. As much as we've done our tweaking since I built this building, it is not coming along the way I want it to just yet. At this point, it just kind of looks like a decorated shipping container, doesn't it? So I want to give it a little more shape today, and I would love to finish off these two rooms. You can see I've got a little something going on over here. Remember those XP banks that Skizz and I started working on? Well, the farms anyway. I just set up a furnace so that we can start to collect some things in here and be able to just pull this lever and pull the XP out of it. This is not going to be the final system. I'm waiting for my friend Skizz to come back. He went on a vacation and he left me in the middle of the project. So I'm waiting on him to come back, and we will finish up this area right here, which will have our XP banks, and it'll be a nice, cool bank, little marketplace. And then this one, I think I mentioned before, I want to do a record shop. So we're gonna do that today, along with some other things. We've got to get, speaking of shops, we've got to get our shops up and running, at least the quartz one. As you can see, my levels, I got 560 levels to my name. And that's because I've been spending time at the gold farm and bartering farm and collecting some quartz. So we finally have enough that we should be able to get our quartz shop up and running. So we've spent plenty of time at our gold farm AFKing and collecting as much as we can from this bartering system. So I'm assuming we have, okay, there we go, enough quartz to open a shop. And I think, okay, good. I think we have enough to make a full double chest of blocks. And then I will also sell some of the raw nether quartz in case people want to be doing things like, you know, making comparators and stuff. Also curious to see, oh, it's full. Oh my gosh, we've maxed out the entire system. Everything? Is it, no, can't be. Okay, not obsidian, let's see. Okay, not quite there, and holy cow, we've got so much stuff. What about these? Full on that string? Okay. Oh my goodness, yeah, we're actually wasting stuff right now, which is pretty crazy. And gravel is pretty important. I might want to double this up or something. These ones that are filling up, maybe I make 2 columns worth, and that way we save even more, because I could see this going to good use later on in making like concrete. Oh, yeah, that could be valuable. In fact, I should keep my eye out for whoever has the concrete permits and see if they want to make a deal there. But let's grab all this quartz. In fact, I think I'll use this crafting table to craft up some blocks now, so I don't have to carry as much back. And then we'll go build a little pop-up shop, see if we can make some diamonds. So the shopping district at the moment is very interesting. We've got a mix of these pop-up shops where there's no actual real building, and then actual buildings kind of mixed throughout. And look at this, like these little just tent kind of designs. This is what I was thinking about doing today. Oh, that is really cool. Is that an armor stand on a hanging sign? Ooh, we might have to steal that idea. But yeah, there's a lot of these little shops, and then there's some more permanent looking ones. In fact, I saw a new one that Joel built that's absolutely amazing, and I have to come over here and show you guys because I can't imagine how long this would have taken him to do. Oh, another little pop-up shop. See, this is what I'm talking about. I might just do something like this today, and then eventually we will invest in building something more spectacular like this. Look at this. Oh my gosh, that squid must have taken him so long. Those are candles, and he did a whole bunch of armor stands to make it connect. Oh, wow. Joel is amazing. Okay, so I'm going to stay away from these kind of more permanent structures and just kind of sneak a little pop-up stand in here just to get the ball rolling. We just want to get some diamonds going. And it looks like this spot has some space for us, so let's grab our quartz and get this done. And now the hard part about opening a shop, trying to figure out how much to sell your product for. So I'm thinking if I want to sell the raw quartz here, that we could probably get a diamond per stack for that. And that means this is probably worth 4 diamonds per stack because it takes 4 raw to get blocks. However, I think we want to discount this just a little bit. So I'm going to go 3 diamonds a stack for the block of quartz and 1 diamond a stack for the nether quartz raw. And hopefully that will do. We'll see if we get any sales and then adjust accordingly. Okay, this is simple, but it works for a temporary shop just to get us going. And these say 3 diamonds per stack, and then also says on the inside of the barrel. So they can just leave it there, 1 diamond per stack for these guys. And I just put the raw quartz in that one there and this one back here. And I didn't have enough to fill 3 barrels, so I'll have to keep AFK in the gold farm even more to get some more and fill these up. Yeah, we'll see how they sell, though. Hopefully somebody around here really likes quartz. Hypno. Anyway, oh, there is one last thing I need to do. And I guess we'll just pop it on the corner there. And there we go. Permit is displayed. And now we just got to hope we make some diamonds. All right, with our shop business out of the way, let's turn our attention on getting the rest of these done. First up, the record shop. So it's time to punk it up. Well, I'd say the shop is coming along quite nicely. We've got a nice display for all of our records, and we've got, of course, our glowing signs to give it the cyberpunk vibe. Look at this. We've even got one that kind of fell on the floor and got stepped on and smashed. Oh, and we've got a random system going off with music in it. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to be vibing out, at least until I get sick of it. But yeah, we're going to have some random tunes going off. Look at this. We got like a little screen here that the music note's going into. Oh, that is so cool. This is going off because of our friend here. Haven't got him a name, but he's silenced. Basically, every time he steps over here, it's a redstone block that emits a signal through an observer and will trigger our jukebox here, which is loaded with a few different tunes. In fact, we got ourselves quite a few discs for this. Got some armor stands in the display case and some on the back wall, of course, so that it's easy to tell what this is for. But we got some really good discs, and it wasn't very easy to get the discs because we don't really have like a mob farm or anything set up. So I did it the manual way, which was kind of crazy, but kind of fun. Lead a creeper and skelly to a boat. Yeah, that'd be great if I could find one of each. Oh, there's a couple creepers. Won't blow up, right? Get in the boat. Oh no! All right, he will now. Okay, stay in the boat. I'll get you a skelly. Don't worry, we'll find one. And we'll see if we can pull this off. This is so derpy. This is not the way to do it. Okay, give me a second. See me? Come on. Yeah! Let's go! Get him! Not me. Okay, maybe don't jump. Yep, it's happening. It's happening. Yeah! There we go! Uh-oh. Got one! Beautiful. Okay, we have a system now. Come up, here we go. It's gonna be flawless. Come on. Get in the boat. Best farm I ever made. Yes! That's what I'm talking about! Oh, look at that. Oh, we have that one. Yeah! Give me something good. Ooh, what's that one? Oh, it's the broken one. Yes! I haven't seen Joel online in a little bit. I think I'll come up and see if he's got any mail. Oh, he sure does. Look at that, the light's on. Let's see what he's got in here. Alrighty then. These mailboxes kind of made me realize there's no good way to keep people from looking at our private information.
You've got mail.
But at least he can prevent his internet service provider from spying on what he's doing online, and he can do that by using ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is a simple-to-use app for your computer or smartphone that encrypts all the data you send over the network and tunnels it through a secure VPN server, so your ISP can't see any of your activity, which they could legally sell off to advertisers or whoever they want. And not only can it help protect you online, but it can also help improve connection to servers. I use ExpressVPN all the time to help me with my connection to the Hermitcraft server. Not only does it not slow down my internet speed, but it also helps to get a more stable connection by rerouting my connection through one of their many VPN servers, and just like that, my connection to Hermitcraft is great once again. So stop handing over your personal data to ISPs and other tech giants who mine your activity and sell off your information. Protect yourself with a VPN I trust to keep me private online. And as a gift to all of you, my amazing viewers, you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/impulse. I'll put a link in the description below so you can tap that and start protecting yourself today. Now, let's get back to some Hermitcraft. And I got one more thing I want to do to this place because we've got this cool floor in the back. And if you listen real closely, it makes these cool little jingling sounds as we walk across it. Okay, maybe the music's going to go off too much with this guy. But I think it'd be really cool to have some villagers back in here being the kind of the workers of the record shop. And hopefully as they kind of walk around, we'll hear the little jingling happen as they walk back and forth. And, you know, all these places, it would be nice to have a little bit of life, just like our friend Stewie over here. Hi, Stewie. How you doing? You're making great soup. Keep up the good work. Oh my gosh, look at this. Our wall has been tagged. I think I know who did this. Slay. And look at that. Look at it's a little Among Us guy. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're making me miss Among Us, Gem. Oh my gosh, this is so good. So good. Gemini Slay, of course. Had to have been. and it's facing towards, yeah, her base. So that is so perfect. This is exactly the kind of stuff that B-dubs and I had envisioned happening when we said, hey, Hermits, feel free to come tag up the wall, decorate it. And yeah, she did it perfectly. So it's like facing outwards, because obviously if it was facing the other way, you wouldn't really see it from in here because, you know, the building and stuff. So yeah, this is great. Imagine when the whole wall has a bunch of this kind of random stuff tagged along it. It's going to be so cool. So cool. Okay, our guy has almost made it. Let's get him in. Gonna have to grow up. You're gonna have to be a little bit older before you can officially work here at the record shop. That reminds me, we're gonna need to give him a profession of some sort. I wonder which profession of villager looks most like a record shop employee. Also, we're gonna need to name him. So get thinking. I would love to see what you guys think. Leave some comments if you got a good name for our first employee here. But I don't think one is gonna be enough to run the shop. So, all right, you're gonna hang out. I'm gonna go get another one. Villagers are in place, and they seem to love this corner for some reason. This must be their little break room. But one thing I didn't think about was I've got a bunch of smokers already laid down, and yeah, they took those jobs. But come to think of it, that's actually not bad. That's actually not bad, right? They look pretty good. Actually, what did you do? You took a different role. Oh, he still doesn't know what he wants to be. Toolsmith. Oh, the smithing tables. I suppose that works as well. So we've got the armorer from these blast furnaces right here, and then we've got the toolsmith from these smithing tables right here, which I'm not sure if I was to actually like trade with them, I suppose he would reset just fine. But I'm not sure if this one would, since they can't really reach those. I could always throw an extra table in the corner. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll lock them in. Also, I made a slight change over here. Didn't like how much space that whole chicken setup was taking. Plus, the redstone was going off way too much. So I'm gonna go free cam to show you what we did. We snuck them down underground here, and this chicken should hopefully just kind of walk around. And once they hit this pressure plate, that's what we'll set up the system. And it looks like they also laid an egg on there. So yeah, this should go off every once in a while. We're just observing that pressure plate that sets off the dropper right here, which shoots the record into the jukebox, and then that cycles. So, okay, I think I'm done. I think this is good. I would like to get some more banner designs, especially ones that we can find some music notes and stuff. So I might work on those maybe on a live stream or something. Could be fun to play around with some patterns. But we've got one more thing we need to do today, and that is this. I'm still waiting for Skizz to get back before we design the actual machine that's going to do this. But yeah, this is filling up, so we're probably going to need to spit that out. And I just want to make a couple kind of like ATMs on the front of this, and this one's going to be pretty walled off so that we can keep the redstone kind of tucked in there. And then we'll be done with our 3 market stalls here on this building that's really come a long way since we first built it. Wow, this is getting very exciting. We are almost done. I feel like we've been tinkering with this building for a month now, so it'll be nice to get this one wrapped up so we can move on to the next. So far, I've played it kind of safe with the colors in these stalls here, and I think for this last one, I'm gonna get a little crazy with it and go with some lime and some yellow. Yeah, they work well together. I'm just not sure how much they're gonna stand out here, but that's okay because that's kind of a vibe. So I'm gonna try to keep this one a little more simple than the ones we've done before, because it's really just gonna be kind of a walk-up teller machine type of situation, and it's gonna be more functional than aesthetic, I guess you would say. So, okay, let's start things off here by doing just a yellow border across here, I guess. And I'm already getting nervous. How bright this is up against the purple. Actually, you know, with the yellow in the building, it kind of works. It's the green that terrifies me, so we'll see. I kind of want to sneak in some bamboo as well. It's got kind of a yellowish to it, but a little dingy, I guess. I'm not sure it's going to work completely, but let's give it a go. And maybe before I get in too far, we need to decide where actual XP banks are going to be. So they're going to need to be dropping items out the bottom of them. So we're going to need some hoppers, and they do need to be furnaces because we're smelting cactus. So I'm thinking if we just come in a few blocks from the side and maybe have one about right there, maybe even closer in than that. Yeah, that gives us like a 3-block gap in between. So we can put another one right there. And furnaces don't look great facing forward, I think. So let's go ahead and face these backwards, and we'll find a way to cover up the hoppers because not a good look right here, I don't think. Okay, let's frame this in just a bit, and I'm hoping quartz will work in the build. I know it's pretty bright and clean for cyberpunk style, but that's okay. We're in the back corner, right? I mentioned it. We're kind of in the Richie area, so it's a little cleaner back here than, say, over there, and I think that'll work. And this is a bank after all, right? All right, I'm gonna go for the bamboo now. I might hate this. We might swap it out later, but here's what I'm thinking. At least with the bamboo in, it's not too bad. We can actually put these pressure plates right on the ground in front of them. And basically what that's going to do is as things are smelting through, if you come up and just stand here, it'll stop the items from going through because it's going to lock that hopper so that you can pull one and get your XP. And that's kind of how we can activate the system. The other thing I need to think of is we actually need to have hoppers going into the back of these as well. So I think I'll go 2 up out the top, and then that way they won't be sitting on top of each other. We don't have to worry about items kind of getting sucked into the wrong hoppers. So I'm going to want to think about that because we're going to want to cover that up as well. Okay, I think functionally that'll work. It's time to just clean this up and hide a lot of this best we can. And since froglets are free, we might as well go ahead and sprinkle them in as well. All right, now the part that scares me just a little bit. We're going to introduce some of the green in here. And this is the block I used as inspiration for this color scheme. So I'm hoping that we can fit it in and it won't look super goofy. But I think maybe what we could do is add a little more punkiness to this first. So if we put maybe this guy down there and then one on the other side, because we're kind of mirroring these on each side. So there will be 2 actual ATMs that they can go to. They're not going to be called ATMs, I guess, because that's automated teller machine. I mean, this is for XP. I don't know if that makes sense. We'll just go with that for now. Okay, here we go. I kind of want to make this pattern cool, but I'm not sure what directions to put it in. And also I just closed myself in so I can't even see it. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I do kind of like how it connects, but not like the perfect circle. Now, if I can pull that off on this side, I will be very proud of myself. Probably won't. I kind of did it. I kind of did it. They both kind of go the same direction, but they're reversed. So yeah, okay. All right, I can live with that. Okay, we're just gonna start filling in some things here just to give it a little bit more detail. And we have a lot of gaps in the hoppers here that we can see back through. So I think I'm gonna try to use paintings to cover those up. We're gonna need to just make sure that they're the 1x1s though. And also we can partially cover with these trapdoors. So if we go across the top here, flip those down, that helps cover. I mean, you can still see through just a little bit, but it covers most of that gap, which is pretty nice. And we might as well just spam them down the middle there too. Okay, yeah, it's starting to come along. What happens if I put the painting here? Is it gonna be a 1? Okay. I was afraid because that was there that it would try to go across, but it seems good. And that's actually a pretty cool painting. It's got the yellow in it, so that would work. Hopefully I can get the same on this side. Oh, that one is going across. All right, we'll put a block there for now. And there we go. We got the same painting. I'm not sure if I want the same or if I want one that's different. I don't know if I want them to match exactly, but we'll stick with that for now since that came up. And let's try to block this hopper too. Okay, we don't want a too tall painting. Okay, we got that one again, but I don't think I want it to match. Is there another yellowish one that will work? Ooh, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. That's a good one. All right, we got the same one over on that side as well. Okay. Ooh, there's a gap there. Can we fit another? We might be getting painting heavy, I guess, but let's try it. It closes it off at least. I think that yellow border here is just a little too aggressive. Maybe we should find some stuff to help cover that up. These hoppers always make a nice little top of the pillar type thing. Bring some more light in with these copper bulbs. And then that end rod coming out of the hopper is a cool look. Maybe match that look on the ground, but a different shape. And then we connect it. Okay. All right. I'm not sure about the orange that we just brought in. It doesn't exactly match, but I think we might be able to help if we turn them on. Then they get a little more yellow to them and you kind of forget the oranges there. Yeah, okay. I mean, the fact is we've got some copper next door, and so it kind of blends together a little bit, but I still think we might want to do a little bit more to this to cover it up. Give it a little extra shape. If we put some buttons on it, that covers up some of the orange. And we could cover up even more if we put these on. You know what? Since they're item frames, what happens if we put an item in it? Okay, that's something. I don't know if I love it or not, but let's see. Actually, that's not half bad. Okay, but that up there still is a little bit too much yellow. I'd like to drown that out just a little bit. So let's see. I've been really relying on paintings so far. So Yeah, maybe there's something we can do here. Trying to find one we like. Ooh, that blends really well. Can we just run a stripe of those across? Okay, there's another one. Oh, but yeah. We'll have to put a single one there, I suppose. Okay, hopefully there's a 1x1 that will kind of match the vibe of those. So far, not seeing anything that works. After reviewing my options, this might be our best bet. But that kind of looks a little bit silly. So I was thinking, what if we do this? Hanging signs in front. Since we found out these don't actually pop off when there's stuff like this in front, I think we can put a hanging sign there. Let's take it all the way across. Aha! That did it, I think. Yeah. Now you can get a little glimpse of the painting behind the hanging signs. I mean, depending on where you are, you can get a better look and you can see they're there. But now we can actually decorate the signs and have a little bit more cyberpunky detail in them as well. I think we're almost there. I think the one last thing I want to do is this is a little plane right here, these 2 blocks, and we could make some banners in there. Maybe something that will kind of signify that this is some sort of bank. I think I saw a pattern online when I was doing some research on cyberpunk styles from Sir Durpol, I think his name was, and he had a cool like currency symbol banner. I'm gonna look that up and let's see if we can recreate it here. Yep, I was right. It was Sir Durpol, and we are gonna need to make a special banner pattern in order to do this. And it's kind of an expensive one. Luckily for us, we actually have 2 of these enchanted apples, and we can make this thing pattern. That is exactly what we need. And I don't think this gets consumed. At least I hope not, because I can't afford to keep finding these golden apples. I think we actually got these ones in Ancient City when we had that Friday night crazy stream with Skizzleman and Tango. And yeah, I don't really want to have to raid a whole bunch of Ancient Cities, so I'm hoping this works out in the loom. Okay, we'll walk through this black banner, and then we use the Pally. And from there, with the Black Pale Dexter, and then Black Pale Sinister, Black Base Indented, Black Chief Indented, and now this is where our pattern comes in. So we need a lime thing pattern, and there we go. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Okay, now does it consume it or does it keep our pattern? Oh, phew. Okay, all right, that's good to know. I'm a noob at creating banners. I think now that we have that, I think we can just duplicate it, right? By putting another black pattern in here, and there we go. Now we got 2, perfect. I'll just pop that there and there. Helps break it up, brings a little more color in with the black. I like that a lot. Wow, that added so much to the build. All right, time to play with these signs up here. I want to do what we did over here with kind of the large text and using the Unicode characters to make a bigger word on the sign than just writing text on it. And this part is fairly tedious, and I have an idea. I want to try a new technique I discovered. All right, I did it. It was tedious, but I got it figured out. I discovered that by using block elements, Unicode, we could make really cool cyberpunky letters, much cooler than just the ones over there that was a single kind of Unicode character. And we can start to get a little bit of shape in the actual letters themselves, especially look at that, the N. See how it's got like a diagonal going through it? And I think that looks really, really cool and cyberpunky, but very tedious to try to figure out how to stitch it all together. Anyway, Bop and Go. Probably wondering what the name's about. Yeah, you guys, you've heard the song, right?
Ooh, way to go. Good job. All right, are you going to bop it up?
I can bop if you want it. You know, a little nod to the song that Elybeatmaker mixed. It was me and Skizz. I think in Skyblock World or something, and we were bopping. I like to say bop when I place blocks, if you haven't noticed. And so we thought a good idea would be to name this place Bop and Go, because basically you're going to come over here, you're going to stand on here, you're going to bop a piece of green dye out of the furnace, and you're going to get your XP. And it might be kind of cool if we play a little bit of that song too when it happens. I think I could go for a little bit more cyberpunky detail on maybe just the left and right signs, leaving these ones kind of blank. And let's see, yeah, just something simple like this over here where we just have basically straight lines going across. I think I like that better than these. This is a little too busy, but I mean, these ones are okay because you're going to be kind of close to them. Did I lock these? I did, so I can't right click on them to copy them. So I'm going to have to go find the Unicode characters for those, I guess. Okay, yeah, that'll probably work. All right, let's hit it with these and make it glow. And then we lock it. Bang, bang, bang. And I think... yeah, I think we're done. I think that's it. Of course, it's not functional. I got to do that still. But yeah, I really like this. Actually, you know what? I feel like something could go in this glass right here, couldn't there? But what to do? Armor stand magic. We could shove something in there. We could shove an armor stand in there, invisible, holding something. But what? What do we put? I don't know. Any suggestions? Anyone? Well, I'll hold off on that and see if you guys have any suggestions, or maybe something will spring to mind. I don't have anything in mind at the moment, but yeah, we could put something on an armor stand and shove it in this glass so it's a bit of a display case, kind of like we did with these records. That could be super cool. And while you guys are down in the comment section, I would love to hear what you guys thought about this last segment of us building this up and me kind of talking through my process as I went, because that's something that I typically don't do, right? We just do like time lapses, but I figured, you know what? We've done enough of those, and it just felt a little repetitive to just do another time lapse. And I thought maybe we could kind of learn together if I talk through my thought process in some of these builds as we go. And also, I've been getting a few comments from you guys that kind of like the more relaxed vibe this season. So I thought maybe I would give you even a little more of that and talk through this build. So let me know what you guys think. You know, I trying something new. Try something new. That's how you get better. You try something new, and if it doesn't work, try something else. If it does work, then sweet, let me know, and I'll do more of it. All right, I know this video is starting to run long, but I think there's one more thing we need to do. Since we put in these beams right here, I feel like this gives us a perfect opportunity to change things up in this middle section. So since I've been in the spirit today of trying very colorful things, as you can see behind me, I'm going to change the color to something that might be a little crazy, and maybe we'll match my glasses. Magenta terracotta. Yep, that's what I went with, and it actually looks kind of good. The light blue terracotta is actually kind of hard to have anything kind of vibe with it, and I think this kind of works. It's nice having these pillars to break that up so that we could tie that in. I was really thinking about going full mangrove there, but I thought that was going to be a little bit too much red. It would have been nice to kind of tie that in, but that's okay. Because I think next I want to build a building on this side of the road. If we want to really start to get that feel of walking through a cyberpunk kind of marketplace, we need to feel a little bit squished as we walk down this road. You know, you look up, you see this building, and maybe look up and see another building right here, and then also some more kind of marketplaces on this side. And this would be kind of cool to have this be like our marketplace alley. Get some nice signs in, kind of, drawing your eye to what's over here. And this would be like a bustling marketplace. So I think, yeah, I'm planning on doing that next episode, at least getting started on it. I'm not sure what I'm going to build here just yet. And I want to be careful not to block too much of this, because this is really cool what Joel did here. And we want to make sure that he feels welcome, even though eventually we're going to have a little bit of a gate to keep people in. But yeah, if you can come in a little bit, have a little bit of space, and then another building right here with more market shops and stuff, I think it's going to start to actually feel like a downtown cyberpunk city, which would be really fun. So yeah, we have that to look forward to. So let me know, guys, how you felt about the episode. I know I did things a little bit differently in this one than usual. Would love to hear your feedback. I'm always willing to adapt and try different things, but I need you. I need you to tell me what you like. So yeah, please do that if you can. And of course, if you did like the video, make sure you hit the like button. It helps a lot. And if you're not subscribed to the channel and you like what you're watching and you want to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. And with that said, I'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one, everyone.